Time to wake up. 3:47. All right, let's go. All right, time to head out. Time to head to the gym. All right, walk on in. Early morning. Nobody's in here but the owner. So let me go in here and get started. Hey guys, welcome back. You probably noticed that the scenery is a little different today. Last time we did this was in my garage. However, this time around we're at my mother-in-law's house in the pool house. A little brighter here, and I needed a different scenery because, honestly, we got some things to talk about. Not too much, but enough to understand why I needed to change the scenery for this video, and we'll move along. We'll go back to the other location next video. So, the truth of the matter is, I've been missing for a little bit. Reason being is back around St. Patty's Day, I went to Savannah, Georgia. Had a good time with friends and family. We celebrate the St. Patty's Day weekend. And, it was a good time with good people, friends, family. The food was delicious. And my thing was on my diet when I went out there for those 4 or 5 days, I believe, with my wife, we was just going to enjoy ourselves, not think about the diet, and dive back into the training plan when we got back to Tampa. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. We got back. We said we was going to dial in. Like humans do, we plan, but sometimes things get in the way. And in this case, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it was crazy. Had to get back to the family life, taking kids to school, my job. I'm planning on going back to school next month, and then I'm working on a certification. So your boy is busy. Pretty much, I got back and I started my training. Bam, training was great. However, the problem was when it came back to the diet, it was off and on. I would have good days and bad days, right? I tried to stay focused on the diet, but then I found myself thinking about the crazy cheeseburgers and chocolate covered pecans out there in Savannah, Georgia. It was crazy. But then I had good days where, it was perfect. I was having high protein meals, calories was staying on track. My goal was to stay within 1,900 to 2,100 grams of calories daily. But basically doing that up and down, training, staying consistent, food is up and down, it's not going the right way. And unfortunately, I'm here now at about the same weight from the first video. And that was about a month ago. So I think in the last video, I said I may have been about 340 341, 342, and now currently I believe I'm 340. So, you know, I'm very blessed and happy that I didn't shoot up high and stay high. However, I'm a little depressed that the numbers didn't come down as low as I would like. So this is where I'm at now. So, like I said before, I kept up with my training. The training was the main thing that kept me sane, right? Like I woke up at 4 a.m., I went to Anytime Fitness, and I pushed hard. I kept grounded at the training level because that's what brings sanity to me. You know, I'm very happy that I was able to do that because every time I found myself in the gym, it made me think harder about my diet and just push it further. So even though my eating was off track, I always stayed consistent with the training and went from there. And with that, I actually filmed my whole workout my workout day 5 for you guys to check out. Just a little bit into my world, you know, me waking up at 4 a.m., getting Anytime Fitness and basically just, you know, getting it in. I'm not gonna even I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's nothing fancy about it. I get into it, I push hard, I sweat, grunt, cry, and when I walk out the gym, I feel like a different person. So basically the discipline in the gym was the one thing that I couldn't let go of, and I refused to let go of. So I wanted to show you guys that even though the food and diet fell off, the discipline in the gym kept going, and the journey is still underway. So all this to say, even though the nutrition fell off, the work is still being done. So basically all this on and off ends today, right? I have a deadline coming up that's even bigger than me. It's my mom's 70th birthday. Now, I don't know if you guys know much about the Nigerian and Liberian culture, and we have a few different milestones when it comes to birthdays, but 70 is one of the biggest ones. Let me rephrase that. 70 years old in the Nigerian or Liberian culture is a really big thing. You know, it's celebrating life, you know, wisdom, and just everything you've been through to make it to this milestone. And so my mom is going to be turning 70, so I'll be flying out to Chicago May 22nd, and just to celebrate that weekend with the wonderful, beautiful woman that brought me into this world along with my siblings. So as of yesterday, I'm 340 pounds. By the time I touch down in Chicago, I'm hoping to be 300 pounds. What? It's gonna be a huge jump, huge leap. It's gonna be hard. What? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and make it seem like it's gonna be an easy feat. However, I am determined and motivated. I don't want to be like how I was for the past month and stay stagnant where I'm just working my butt off hard, but then the diet be my Achilles heel and I don't get to my goal. Again, I'm happy I'm not high up in the 350s, but I would much rather be down in the 330s, 320s, 3 teens right now. So with that being said, no more cheating on the meals. I got to get as focused on the meals as I am on my actual training. I have a 5-week split. I just got off of a deload week starting this Tuesday. I think today I said today's Sunday, April 19th. So I'm off today from working out. Tomorrow I'm off from working out. Tuesday I go ham. However, the diet starts now and I'm gonna be focused and stay focused because I really wanna give the gift to my mom at seeing me at 300 and healthy, which is something that's always been very important to her. So with that being said, time for me to get to the grind. Your boy got some multivitamins and other nutrition and supplements to take with a healthy meal for the day. And look, this is what I'm looking like right now.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
I think I'm gonna do that every video. I know it's lame, but we're gonna do it anyway. You gotta have a way to see if I'm transforming, right? I'm gonna add some pictures of the scale and all that stuff too. But again, I'm new to this, so eventually I get to the point where I'm more consistent. So I'm gonna try to post weekly, no more month-to-month situation, and we'll see where things go. Mom, if you see this, happy birthday. Love you very much. People that's following me, liking me, commenting, subscribe, please, I appreciate it. Other than that, you guys have a beautiful, blessed day.